What? Monsters. Next Gen Cast.
Pretty fucking crazy ass day for fucking Metal Gear fans.
What the fuck? Turn that shit
As
on.
I'm sure.
All right, we'll start again. All right, guys, welcome to Next
Gen
Cast. Cast.
This time,
No, we don't have to add fucking reverb. No.
this time, an actual special edition, because we're gonna be talking about shit, man. I don't even,
It is actually in the outdoors.
that's right.
Hear
None of that fake shit. But
them birds tweeting?
yeah,
Oh shit.
those
just
aren't
pooped.
fake anymore, guys. We're using real, well, whatever.
Anyways,
So,
all right. So yeah, today the Konami's E3 press conference, pre-E3, I guess not really a conference, but video upload was streaming online today. You know, at noon.
That's
You know,
right.
Everybody got to check it out. It was a good experience.
Yep.
I don't know. Actually,
Kind of lame that it wasn't actually live. Even though,
whatever.
I mean, of course,
it doesn't really matter. You're watching the video. Just
as like right when
I
it
mean,
was
I guess
uploaded.
it's kind of cool because you can fast forward the parts you
That
don't
is
give a shit
true.
about. I wish I
Yeah.
would have known it was actually not live. That way I could have fast forwarded fucking
1964.
social media. Yeah.
So, I mean,
And the DDR
no offense
thing.
to you soccer fans, but God, I just waiting for that game to just like.
Yeah,
No,
I mean
that
the-
one
the-
was like at least that one used the Fox engine, so I was kind of like
No,
looking
yeah,
at the
it was-
graphics, but they didn't even show anything that was like,
gameplay.
they didn't actually show a gameplay shot. Like, yeah, they showed stuff in the engine, but it was just
Yeah.
like too many graphics added onto it, like too many black and
Yeah.
white effects and like color isolations and stuff like that. Like all these
that's pretty
contrast
interesting in and
filters.
of itself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I just want to see how the raw game looks. Like
Yeah,
I'm pretty
no,
sure it
yeah.
looks badass as fuck. But
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck? Like they're talking about the engine and shit, but then they don't show the fucking result. I'm like, okay, well, shit.
Yeah, it's it's basically the Fox engine, isn't it?
Well,
it is
it's
a
like an-
highly, or it's not a highly modified. It's just a modified version
Yeah.
of the Fox engine.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
From what I saw, the fucking physics are probably
at
some
first,
of the best I've ever
I
seen.
thought that
Actually,
black and white image of this dude's face, I thought it was a photograph for like a split second.
yeah, it looked pretty good.
I was like,
I think
I saw a couple of polygons, but still.
does a lot better job of making the Fox engine look photorealistic.
Yeah,
than the ones
definitely.
who made it, so you know they've obviously know how to work.
Well, plus we've actually seen the result of it. You know what I'm saying? If we actually saw like a final result of like the a rendered image from the Fox engine or from the PES engine,
Yeah.
we could make a comparison. But I don't know. But from what I saw, the physics in the game are probably the most impressive thing so far.
Yeah,
Like,
it did
the
a.
thing is, like, I'm pretty sure the physics in Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain is going to be a lot better, actually, judging from the way the initial gameplay video looked.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that, dude.
No, it looked pretty close to what we were seeing in
Just kidding.
the Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, maybe once you get into some hand-to-hand combat, some CQC, like you actually have badass body collisions and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you're not gonna have like admittedly, let's face it, guys, kind of robotic animations that you had in 4.
Yeah.
Shit,
Oh, shit, no, yeah.
robotic
Peace Walker,
animation.
like whenever you do the freaking the CQC and you throw them against the wall, they just have that preset animation.
Yeah. Like even if it looks like he didn't throw them that hard, they just fly against the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
or even if it's not even a flat wall, you know?
yeah,
I don't know. I
it'll
mean,
be
it was
like a
cool. It was
tree.
pretty arcadey, but it's like expected with a portable
But
game.
actually,
now.
even though it wasn't like freaking like realistic, it was still like really satisfying just to do that shit
Yeah, I
every
mean-
time.
Every time it was satisfying.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, you can't really deny that there's room for improvement.
Yeah. I mean, it would actually be even better if they fucking made like badass physics, like
Yeah,
like
like break their back or something.
yeah, like some crazy shit. That'd be awesome. But yeah. But anyways, another game they covered was the new Castlevania, which actually looked fucking awesome. I thought.
Oh
There's
yeah.
one shot that you didn't see that was just awesome. Like it was like that, that little thing with the big wings. It
Yeah.
was just like flying. It came from like the background and just like came into the foreground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, man, it looks so fucking badass. Like,
Yeah.
The graphics look good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the graphics look fucking great, especially for fucking PS3
Yeah.
game.
And
Man.
it actually looks like a Castlevania game. I mean,
Yeah.
not to
Well,
say that the
you
other
know
game
why?
didn't, but
You know why I think it looks more like a Castlevania? Because it's built as a Castlevania game to begin with. The
Yeah.
other one was like just a game that Mercury Steam
Yeah,
was
it was like
developing.
it was
got,
called Lords of Shadow initially,
Yeah.
and then it got turned into a Castlevania game.
Yeah, once Konami got involved.
and I mean, that game was great. I thought, I beat it, and
They actually unveiled a PC version.
really,
Yeah, it's coming out later, like I think in August.
Nice.
oh
Yeah.
shit,
I'll probably just download that.
Man.
legally, right?
Yeah, legally. I'll download it off Steam.
Yeah, the fucking art style in this game is so much better, though. The music's
I have to
fucking
say
amazing.
That as well, because I mean, the last game I thought the art style was pretty good, but I thought the monster design, for the most part, was a little too I don't know, out of place in some ways.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Like,
But
this one seems more like centralized, like art style. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is But what pissed me off was that Kotaku referred to it as like an emo vampire.
Who the fuck says
Wait,
that
what?
anymore?
Yeah.
Wait, that's what Kotaku said about the new trailer.
Yeah, that was actually part of the
Did
headline.
you read the article, or was it just the title of it?
No, I didn't read the article. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they were talking good about it. but,
Yeah, I'm
like,
pretty sure they were just kind of joking around, but still, it's like
It's like kind of like
the last time I heard that shit was whenever I was in high school, and that was like in what, 2007?
yeah.
Like, okay, it's
Dude, people just think gothic means emo at this point. Like, what the fuck?
it's. I thought people would be over it already, but whatever.
I guess not. But anyways, the game looks fucking amazing regardless, and yeah, it looks. So did they confirm whether or not that was like the white hair guy was?
I don't think so. They didn't say he was Alucard, but dude, you can hardly even deny it that it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's him, dude. Now that we've
Yeah.
seen him, like fucking
Okay.
proper, like reveal shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, it's obviously
Mhm.
like at this point. That's like looking at the Phantom Pain, whenever before it was revealed to be,
Yeah.
and saying that it's fucking like liquid.
Yeah.
You know?
Which some people were even saying it was Ocelot. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost the same thing. Okay, it's fucking Alucard, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
People were saying that, like, whenever they unveiled the Phantom Pain, that Snake was Ocelot?
Yeah. Because his arm that was missing and shit. It's like, okay.
God, that's so stupid.
Why would
people
you
come-
have a game about Ocelot?
And why would, like...
Dude, we're talking about actual people here. So I mean,
Oh, that's what you meant?
yeah.
That text message.
Like, yeah.
Those inferior beings.
Shit. Yeah.
They don't have their own podcast?
Damn,
All they can
dude.
do is comment on ours.
That's right. That's right. You two motherfuckers. You.
Motherfucking subscribers. Get the fuck out of the
Just
comment
kidding.
section.
Please, I'm just kidding.
Please
Please
comment.
don't.
Please leave a comment. No.
Please comment. Please subscribe. Please.
Anyway, so yeah. What are some more facts we can talk about?
Well, I don't know. What about Castlevania?
Yeah, let's talk
Anyway, just
about.
about the whole E3.
Well,
I think
there's
there
not
was
really much.
another game. What?
Mega 64.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, dude. I fucking hated that shit.
Man, you know what's
I
fucking
skipped
stupid
it
as
pretty
fuck? Man,
much.
first of all, I just have to say that they need to stop doing Mega 64 skits for these Konami press
Yeah, you need
conferences.
to
Dude, they're straight up embarrassing actually. Because
Yeah,
like I was
mean,
at
we're
work. Okay, one of my coworkers came to me. He's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, he came in right whenever Kiefer Sutherland was like showing facial capture for the
Yeah.
for Snake and shit." And I was like, explaining to him what we were watching. And then later on, another guy came around. He was like, "Yeah," and then he saw freaking he saw the Mega 64 skit, and he was like, "What the fuck are you guys watching?" And it's like literally the same freaking program. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I'm
you can't even blame
I
him.
know, it's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
we had
I was
one
like,
guy
I was
like,
wanting to tell him, oh, it's just the advertisement for the video.
Man,
You
the thing
know?
is, I saw a couple of their skits on YouTube, and I mean, they're all right, but I mean,
yeah, they're pretty fucking lame.
Dude, like,
It's like the same fucking thing all the time. They just like fucking do some like little skit like, and then they go out in public and fucking act like fucking crazy people.
Yeah.
You know, like with the
acting
fucking
like the
costume.
character.
Yeah.
was there
I
even
mean-
was there even anything like any information that came out of this skit though?
No. No,
at
it's
least with the one that came out 2 years ago, they were the ones that announced like the HD collections and shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
But this time around,
That
it was just one of their videos on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But I mean, the thing is, I just skipped it. I don't really give a shit.
The thing is, I didn't
No.
know it was a freak. I thought it was a live stream,
Oh,
so I just
really?
like I muted it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I figured that it was a video after a while because I was able to pause it, and it loaded up all the way. And it's like 29 minutes, and I thought, oh, it's probably just a video.
Yeah.
So.
We literally realized that like right at the end, and I was like, fuck. Yeah.
Anyway, there was one more thing on there. I just can't seem to remember, guys. Oh yeah, it was fucking Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yep. Oh.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, dude. Main announcement. Fucking tactical espionage operations.
That's right.
What do you guys think about that?
Wait, is that what it said?
Yeah, actually it is. Actually, that was what
Peace Walker was.
called. I think it was only in Japan, maybe though. I'm not
Well,
sure.
No, it was over here too.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just so used. I just assume that it's still tactical espionage action.
No, yeah. It's,
I just never
Peace Walker was
noticed.
espionage operations.
What the fuck?
Which
have
is
I
fitting.
been doing with my life?
I think all that means is that you have like
Maybe I'm
you
not
can
that big
select
of a
your
fan.
own. You know, you have your main
Mission.
ops and your side ops, or what was it called?
Yeah.
Main
Extra ops.
Extra ops. Yeah, I think that's what it means. It's just that you have a menu that you can go to at Mother Base where you can choose your operation and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know.
I think that's why they changed it. But I mean, it's kind of he's already
I
talked
call
about having
myself a
Mother Base
fan.
back and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna mean.
What have I been doing?
But yeah, this whole thing was just a joke. It's not the main announcement. What was the main announcement?
The main announcement is that goddamn Kiefer Sutherland is gonna be fucking Snake.
The goddamn
Well,
Keeper
I mean,
Sutherland.
he's gonna be voicing Snake. He's not gonna fuck Snake.
gonna.
He's voicing Snake. And you know what? I used to be a fucking. I'm not gonna say it.
Actually, first before
used
we get
to be
into
against-
before we get into it, I want to just like point out something
Okay.
that's interesting. Is that he also voiced the character of Ishmael in the trailer?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too, which
Yeah.
is really really strange.
I think.
It was just. I don't think he's gonna be that way in the actual game.
You don't think he's gonna be that voice?
I think that was just for the trailer. I don't know. I could be
The
wrong.
thing is, like, why would they do that though? You know, I mean,
Maybe
why wouldn't they
maybe
just,
this
like,
Ishmael
use-
character is like, I don't know. Maybe it's fucking some figment of his imagination. I mean, obviously he's seen some
Perhaps.
crazy shit. Yeah, but yeah, of himself. I don't
Maybe
fucking
Big
know.
Boss is a twin himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that twist.
Yeah, but
like
you know,
it's the twin. Anyway,
but yeah, it's crazy that he the same voice. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, whenever the ambulance crashes in the trailer, right?
yeah,
He gets out. Ishmael isn't even there, and you know, him and Ocelot take off. Ishmael just is out of the picture at that point.
yeah.
So maybe it's just something weird. I don't know. Maybe
Who
it's-
knows, man?
I mean,
But you know what? About a month ago, I would have been fucking pissed. But you know what? I think I'm ready to not only accept but embrace this new voice actor as a because okay, guys, let's face it. They're using fucking face camo. No, they're using face capture data.
yeah,
off-
for the voice,
or-
like
yeah,
and
from the voice actor
and
themselves.
voice acting at this, like, yeah.
So you're pretty
simultaneously,
much
yeah.
just straight up acting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know, from the neck up, yeah, but it's still acting. I mean, most of the acting is from you see on the face, the
Mhm.
subtleties of the face, and like you know, given whatever situation, what role you're playing.
I kind of wish they would take it a step further, actually, and just do the entire
Motion
motion capture
capture?
like they did in Avatar. I think that's why Avatar was so convincing, actually. It's because if you actually
You
look,
do have a good point there.
if you actually look at freaking what's that game, L.A. Noire, and you see the facial animation, it looks amazing.
Yeah, but
then it
just
doesn't
seem
even
to
match
with
the body
yeah.
animation at all. So hopefully they get it right. I mean,
I think that had to do with just the fact that the faces look photorealistic and the bodies look like shit.
That might have had something to do with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kojima Productions' techniques are a little bit more sophisticated than freaking.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially with this new, like, obviously, like, body
Yeah,
collision.
when it comes to
animation
gameplay,
capabilities and
the
shit.
animations are kind of odd, but when it comes to like cutscenes, you know, they have it down.
Yeah,
You know, they have
yeah.
they have a pretty good hold
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
And, you know, like I said, it's just a task that I really doubt that David Hayter can
Fulfill?
Fulfill.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, I fucking, like him a lot as a voice actor.
Mhm.
But I mean, even I have to admit that it's something that he's probably won't. Before seeing this video, I was just like, well, why the fuck would they replace David Hayter? Well, there's no reason.
Mhm.
Like, what's even the fucking? There's no fucking reason. And then just watching this video, oh shit, yeah, well fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I knew like all along that like he wouldn't just fucking do it for no reason at all. You know, he had to. I don't know. He had to have a good reason to do it. But I don't know. I think there is like other reasons beyond that as to why he chose to change the voice actor. Like,
I think we should kind of like wait a little bit.
Okay.
Let's tease the audience a little bit. What?
Well, I think that freaking Kiefer Sutherland is like a freaking pretty versatile actor in some sense.
And I think he's a very, very, very well chosen candidate for
Oh
Snake.
yeah, like if there's gonna be
Straight up.
one guy out there.
I
Actually,
think he
the
can
thing
do
is,
it.
whenever I thought about like who would they get to like play Snake
Yeah.
in an MGS movie,
Michael Biehn.
Kiefer Sutherland actually never came to mind. I don't know why, but especially like
Even though he was mentioned, like after like that one trailer.
yeah, and but actually he's a badass fucking candidate.
Straight up. And I mean,
He's almost perfect.
yeah, he's like I would say next best thing, but I mean, dude, really, he's the better actor
Yeah,
out of those two.
yeah,
And it's sad to see David Hayter go, but I mean, and I still think that they kind of handled it a little, not the whole like not telling them, because I mean, say
I
they
think fucking David Hayter handled the whatever. We'll get into
Yeah, we'll get into that
later.
later. Yeah, let's get into that later.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, what else was announced at the?
well, I mean,
no, that was it, dude.
Wait, no.
Actually,
no,
well, hold
He
on.
said that this game is gonna have darker tones.
Oh,
that are
yeah.
gonna be focused on race and.
Yeah, that was the
revenge.
word. That right?
Yeah.
That ended in E.
yeah.
Yeah, race.
Race.
And, I think he said also revenge.
Revenge.
So-
he said there's gonna be a lot more.
Was it revenge or
serious
was
tones,
it-
darker
It was
tones.
Race
Red?
and Revenge, yeah.
Oh, okay, revenge.
So I think Race actually is because like
not very
takes
many
place in-
games do that.
it takes place in
yeah,
it takes place in
I know.
freaking
Yeah.
I think Africa.
Yeah, it does take place in Africa.
So like there's obviously gonna be some freaking like racial issues there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Especially I think at that time or something. I think there's even a movie about it where like the like black slaves in Africa like mined diamonds.
Blood Diamond?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it
I've
either.
heard a whole lot about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Apparently, like, I
I oughta
guess
watch it.
maybe conditions were bad. I don't really know
Oh,
anything about it, but like,
Shit, it probably inspired the theme.
maybe it did, yeah. And so I guess that maybe where Diamond Dogs might
Yeah,
come into play.
I'm
And,
pretty sure, man.
Yeah, and I don't know, like,
Fucking
I guess
theme
this-
of ripping
thi-
off movie.
this was probably the taboo subject that he was talking about, actually.
Yeah.
And
See,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
it's kind of fitting, like, fucking
Yeah, man, I'm fucking making up all this other shit that I'll get into later, but no, it's actually a little more. It's suitable, of course. It's not as like fucking extreme as a. It is extreme. We'll get.
Man, has any game ever like really
Not-
tackled the race issue?
Not that I know of. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe like a comment here and there. Maybe I don't. If there was, I don't remember it.
Yeah, like not even necessarily in Grand Theft Auto, like or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna point to Grand Theft Auto, but I don't really remember. Like
Definitely not on a psychological like or
Yeah,
like, really like level.
The most in depth, I guess you could say, is that the fact that there's gangs that like, oh, the Haitians are after us. Like
yeah, just
that's basically it.
yeah.
That's it, really.
hmm Actually, I guess that black kid soldier that was actually there was even an African
Right.
kid in the demo. Remember the
Yeah,
office?
that's right.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some child labor sort of shit going on in this game, dude. It's going to be probably
Yeah.
fucking pretty crazy shit, dude. Some fucking crazy shit's going to happen. I
Yeah.
already fucking know. And maybe this was why he was saying the game was like probably like going to be like maybe not sell or whatever.
Yeah,
But
which is like, that makes a lot that makes a lot of sense, man.
yeah. Yeah, especially seeing like looking back now, like that black kid that was in the initial tech demo and then the one that was in the office. It's like, oh, okay, so I guess there's gonna be like they're gonna be like
Was that just a picture, or was there like animation?
he was just like standing.
Yeah,
it was just like a still character model.
Yeah, the
God,
thing
it
is,
looks realistic as
I know.
fuck, though.
It was like as far as everything that was in that room, I think that looked the most real. Like I thought it was fucking real.
Yeah,
It's like fucking crazy. Like And the thing is, like, just imagine seeing it move, like motion capture and facial capture. You know, it's like
with some
crazy.
fucked up shit going on.
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
frame per second. No, I'm pretty sure it's gonna look fucking nice.
Yeah, that's just gonna be insane. I'm like really looking forward to like what he's gonna do with this whole like
Yeah,
issue.
it's very, very, very exciting time
Yeah.
to be a Metal Gear fan. Unless, of course, is there anything else to talk about? Else,
No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I want to talk about, and that's it might even be a good lead into what we're talking about. But some people actually still believe that the Ground Zeroes portion of the game is going to be voiced by David Hayter.
Okay.
And some people believe that.
Man.
Nah,
How many? Okay.
dude, that would just be completely disorienting. Like,
Yeah.
Whenever it
How
actually
many
does
people
get
in your
to that
life,
point.
that have actually aged like 9 years and their voice changed that dramatically?
Even people that are in a coma for 9
I think-
years
I think
that wake
the-
up,
yeah.
they don't have a different voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just I think David Hayter actually sounded older as Big Boss and Peace Walker than Kiefer Sutherland will in
Yeah.
in
I think so.
MGS5.
But at the same time, Kiefer Sutherland is
Is
gonna
actually-
genuinely sound
Yeah.
older.
He's in his 50s.
yeah. Yeah.
Not
he-
looking too bad for his 50s, I might add.
Yeah, he's not actually, but yeah, he does have that freaking like weathered voice. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, well, like you said, perfect candidate to
Mhm.
fill in the role.
Yeah.
And another thing that I liked about that video is that how either he's that good of an actor or he actually seemed pretty enthusiastic about the role.
Yeah, he did.
He he's like, man, I'm not even a gamer, and I'm like pretty intrigued by this whole thing. I understand that this character has like a
legacy.
rich, good legacy, and I'm really excited that this is going to happen. And it's like, man,
He said that even though he's never, or that he does not really follow video games in general, he's heard of Metal Gear Solid.
yeah,
Probably whenever he was doing 24, because 24 does have some kind of like similarities to Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Whenever me and Brian were watching it, actually, we noticed that
yeah,
there are subtle things about it that are kind of Metal Gear-esque.
Yeah.
Especially with like a freaking like command team or like
Sure.
assisting the agent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I guess kind of the codex
Yeah.
codec moments,
Yeah.
kind of.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of what did kind of nail the final nail or hit the nail in the final coffin of like me like accepting this shit. Because I mean, I almost kind of expected him to be like, yeah, it's pretty cool and I think I'll do okay. No, he seemed like really upbeat about it. Taking a picture with Kojima and shit, all fucking smiling and shit, and just like, man, he just seems like he's pretty excited about the role.
Yeah.
And
seems like
I
he's
think
into
I'm
it.
pretty sure he's gonna do the character justice.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt about that actually. Not at all. I'm pretty sure he's like tackling this shit like a fucking champ, dude.
Yeah.
And he's gonna fucking pull through. People probably aren't going to freaking be complaining because, to be honest with you, freaking David Hayter did a fucking badass job in MGS1.
Yeah.
Kind
To
of
this
progressive.
day, I'd say the best.
What that he did
in
the
MGS1.
yeah,
I think
obviously,
so,
yeah. That's kind of given. Progressively, I would say he kind of got worse. He started exaggerating the voice too much.
It's like,
To where it almost sounded like a cartoon character
Yeah,
rather than a
did you guys-
genuine just voice.
did you guys upload the video? I mean, the video. Well, yeah, I guess it is a video. But like, did you guys upload the podcast where we were arguing about the voice?
No.
You didn't?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Should we?
I say why not, but I mean,
Fuck it. I'll try.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
because for those of you listening, we fucking got into an argument, and there's been one time that we didn't record. We fucking argued about this shit for fucking 45 minutes about the voice acting.
Maybe even longer than that, dude.
Probably, man.
Yeah.
Fucking get butting heads, pretty much, man. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like,
Actually, you were borderline gonna like boycott the game.
no. Let's not sugarcoat it, dude. I was pretty much set in my ways to not to get it used.
Yeah.
Kind of being a smartass about it. Like, people saying that, oh shit, well you're lost. You're gonna miss out bitch, I'm getting that shit used.
Yeah.
I get a discount price, and I get to fucking voice my
What
fucking.
if you had to pay a DRM fee though?
Would have been worth it. No, well, not now, of course. But now it's after seeing, I'm kind of surprised myself about this because I mean, yeah, because we argued.
You were you were pretty set in your way there.
Yeah.
You were pretty set in stone there, and yeah. But you know, actually
And,
seeing
and I still, and you know, I still kind of think that the way
the way they handled it.
the way they handled it wasn't, you know, the best way to handle it. They should have at least let him know, maybe even like a little bit of a send off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think
on the
David
flip side,
Hayter's- yeah, David Hayter's, you know, the way he handled the situation was a lot worse than Kojima handled it, I think, or
Yeah.
Konami.
yeah. For
Uh,
should I explain what's going on, or should you,
Yeah, no, you actually have done a lot more reading up on it than I
Yeah.
have. I've been at
Okay.
work all day.
Let me fucking try and do this as quick as I can. Okay. Well, okay. Near the end of May, trailer came out, and you know, Solid Snake wasn't, you know, well, not Solid Snake, Big Boss. You know, we kind of heard his voice a little bit, and it sounded
literally like one sentence.
Yeah.
something like that. Like, what's
Sound-
going on here?
yeah. different as fuck. And so, you know,
It's
Ob-
gonna set people off.
yeah, obvious, you know, and then a little bit after that, David Hayter tweeted that, you know, he got, you know, questions like, wait, are you going to voice this shit or not? And he said, well, I don't know. I didn't get any calls. And so we got confirmation, like at the very end of May, I think a couple of days before April, that
Actually, it was a couple of days after the trailer.
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley did an interview.
yeah,
with Kojima.
that's right. He did an interview with Kojima, and well, the number one question that was, you know, that he was supposed to ask was, is David Hayter gonna voice, you know,
Big Boss.
Big Boss? And Kojima said, no, he's not. We're actually replacing him. I think we need we're trying to recreate the series in a way that's, you know, gonna be different and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And
basically saying that they're
apparently-
rebooting the series.
Exactly.
And they're looking for a different Snake to suit
Yeah.
the new direction that they're trying to take the series.
Right. And so April 1st comes along, and David Hayter releases a tweet, pretty much, you know, telling his side of the story. They didn't even let him know, and he had to contact them to realize that, well, yeah, he's not going to voice Snake in this game. We don't need you in this game anymore. And, you know, that was it. He was in an interview talking about it
On IGN. Yeah.
on IGN. I think it
He
was
was expressing
IGN.
that I actually didn't even watch the whole interview. I just saw highlights, but pretty much he was expressing that, you know, that basically they just kind of left him in the cold. He had a meeting with one of the I guess Konami representatives. I don't know, and you know, they had lunch, and the guy told him that they're not going to be needing him for this project.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And whenever I heard the news, man, I was fucking pissed. But well, I think I should get into that later. Okay, so he's not going to be in the game. So he's, you know, he let people know that they didn't let him know, and so that was it. And so days before this pre-E3 show.
Well, right after they announced that they were going to announce the voice actor,
Yeah.
the new voice actor,
Right.
he started making these really mysterious, kind of like
Yeah.
confusing tweets.
Right,
Like-
really weird ass tweets. The first one was, oh, can't wait for
E3.
E3. I hope I don't lose my voice.
And then a wink.
Smiley face,
No,
or a
wink.
wink. It was a wink. Yeah,
Yeah, a wink. So
smiley wink.
what the fuck is up with the wink? What's going on? I don't know. And I think it was the day before the show, right?
Yeah.
He said, oh, I think I feel my laryngitis coming on. Did he do another wink?
No.
And so it's like, okay, is this like somebody actually responded to that and said, "Are you? I thought you didn't know how to troll." And he said, "You guys taught me." And so at this point, I mean, what the hell are you gonna think?
I was actually like pretty sure it was going to be David Hayter that was voicing Snake just because of these
Yeah.
really suspicious tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, okay, either this or he's really fucking bitter and he's, you know, kind of a psychopath.
There was something else there in the interview that he said. You know, he was referring. Well, actually, you could
Yeah, okay. This IGN interview. If you guys look at it, just type in David Hayter. What was the name of the show? I forget.
They'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it. Just type in David Hayter interview. IGN, and you're gonna see him in his chair, all distraught, greasy ass hair,
greasy face.
Yeah,
it's rough as fuck.
Yeah, and so you're gonna see him. Pay attention to how he addresses Snake whenever he talks about Meryl, being with Johnny Sasaki at the end of the game and shit. He starts to refer to Snake in the first person, saying like, I thought I was about to end up with Meryl. I'm thinking I was gonna end up with Meryl, but then fucking that Johnny, the guy. You mean the guy that crapped his pants? He's gonna end up with him, man. And I mean, maybe he was joking, but I don't know. It seems.
Yeah, he might have been joking, but at the same time, he was like, referring to like himself as Snake.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It was still pretty odd.
It was kind of out there, yeah. A little bit.
And so we fast forward about a month, about half of a month or whatever.
Yeah.
To today. We see the show. Kiefer Sutherland's gonna be the new voice actor.
Okay, there was another tweet that like in an interview he said that like whenever he like sees another voice as Snake, he's going to like feel, what was it?
Ill?
Yeah, he's gonna feel ill.
Oh, that was his April 1st tweet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, that was just the kind of one of the highlights of what he said.
Yeah, he seemed to be taking it pretty harsh.
Yeah.
And so what really kind of lets you know that he's not taking it well at all is after that announcement was made, he made a tweet saying, "Well, can't fault at real Kiefer."
Or just refer to him as Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
Can't fault Kiefer Sutherland.
He's a good actor, good man. I'm pretty sure the game will still be excellent, like New Coke. So.
He's basically. This
is after we pretty much know that it's not a hoax.
Yeah.
There's no way it's gonna be a hoax at this point.
Yeah, no, he's just pretty much saying the game is gonna suck.
He kind of confirmed it. Yeah, he himself was basically not even necessarily beating around the bush. He basically just kind of.
No, there's no way you could even like.
Yeah, basically interpret it any other way.
Yeah, nobody.
He basically says the game is gonna suck because he's not voicing Snake.
And so here we are. Oh. Actually, there's one more thing. As of this podcast, he actually changed his profile pic on Twitter to that of Kiefer Sutherland, just like in a tux and shit, just like it's him.
God,
what the fuck?
He's pretty bitter, dude. He's freaking like.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
Is there more to this story, or has the guy lost his fucking mind?
I think he's lost his mind, dude.
I mean, did he really fucking like being Snake that fucking much? I mean,
I think he's just like, it was his most famed role, I guess. Like everybody knew him for it.
Yeah,
so
but I mean,
I guess now that he's not Snake anymore, he just kind of feels like, I don't know, he got fired from being his best fucking role.
He had 15 years, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think that the way they handled, not letting him know and shit, that was kind of shitty. But I mean, dude, you fucking had your say in it. It's time to fucking move on.
Yeah, I mean, same thing happened to Sean Connery as James Bond, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if it has to happen sometime, it's going to happen now, especially since they're doing facial capture.
Yeah.
And I mean...
Like, you're literally,
Go ahead.
No, like, David Hayter is literally, like, he's... Like, it's not even necessarily that he's... I mean, maybe some of it has to do to his actual performance, but... as a voice actor, but there's actually like way more technology involved this time around, to where they're doing like performance capture, rather than just voice capture.
Yeah,
so it's more, there's more on the line, really.
Yeah, like we've said before, you're actually, it's as if you have a camera pointed at your face.
Yeah,
and you're acting.
Same thing in Avatar, dude.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing they use for Avatar.
Yeah.
And so
minus the full body capture at the same time.
And people that are still, I mean, see, that's kind of what, like, seeing that tweet of his, that kind of put me over the edge and made me pretty much do a 180 on the situation. I was sympathizing for him like so much.
Then he just started straight up acting like a baby, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even justify it at this point. I mean, you
can't deny it.
Really, he's not a fucking big ass celebrity, but he's a gaming celebrity.
Yeah,
pretty much
because of his role.
Yeah, and man, really, if you have any kind of fame, the smart thing to do, it's not even like, you should be doing this because you have principles. No, the smart thing to do is to fucking take that shit gracefully.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you might even make the other guy look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
But if you're just like sitting there, just like, man, fuck them.
Yeah.
It's fucking like, okay, you're gonna lose sympathy. You're gonna lose your people that are on your side, and they're gonna embrace the game a lot more. It's like, I'm like a prime example of it. I'm pumped for this game now.
Yeah. I mean, think about it in the future. If like Kojima wanted to make a smaller, like maybe another portable game or a mobile game that still had voice acting, but it was like it followed Solid Snake, and he was like, well, let's get David Hayter for this one, Yeah. But at this point,
probably not gonna happen.
At this point, no way. Like
probably not gonna happen.
No, it's actually like the way he's handled this has pretty much sealed the deal on like his involvement in this franchise.
And here's another weird thing. I mean, apparently he knows Avi Arad as well, because
he's written screenplays for some of his movies.
So like, what the fuck? I mean, it's kind of making me think, man, did something happen? Like, like behind the scenes, like.
One thing I'm not clear on is whether it was Avi Arad's idea to.
It seemed that way. Well, because
it was Avi Arad's idea to propose to Kojima to use Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, or to use Kiefer Sutherland, but I'm pretty sure it was Kojima's idea to just use somebody else in general. Yeah. He just came to Avi Arad to, for suggestions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, here we are. Everything's settled. Besides the trailer that's coming up, everything's kind of laid on the table when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, when it comes to just this issue,
Yeah, and well, I mean, oddly enough, though, it looks like he still has a good number of supporters, though.
Who, David Hayter?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, but man, I remember I was texting you earlier, and you told me that it was 50-50. I think it's a little bit more leaning towards Kiefer.
You think so?
Yeah. Definitely. I was reading the comments and
I was reading the comments on Kotaku.
And
I just only read maybe about like 10 of them, and all of them were saying that they're getting tired of David Hayter's voice and they want something new. And
I mean, even if David Hayter voiced Snake good, he really did towards the end. Like he kind of started exaggerating the voice a little bit too much.
And I was thinking maybe he was just trying to sound old, but then I mean. You look back at Twin Snakes, and even then, he's
literally playing the same role as he did in the original Metal Gear, but he just like did it way worse.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean,
like he just didn't know how to like just kind of tone it down.
And that was only about 5-6 years after MGS1.
The thing is, like, I feel like in MGS1 he actually was talking with his real voice. Like, it was a little bit exaggerated.
No, it was exaggerated. Yes, he was playing a character, but like. It was still like a genuine kind of like his own voice.
Like it sounds like slightly exaggerated, but it's still like for the most part sounded like someone you might you can have a conversation with in real life.
Yeah.
It sounded believable.
Yeah.
But
then like compare that to like MGS4 and Peace Walker. If you actually were talking to somebody like that, you'd be like, stop making that voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
especially in Twin Snakes because he has no excuse. He's young again.
Yeah.
There.
Same character, same role, same time period,
But for some reason, he's got to fucking have that, add that extra snakiness to it.
And it's not even like they're asking him, like, whenever he's in his 70s to make that voice. It was only like 5-6 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you don't... Okay. Unless people are, like, in their elder years, like 60 or 70, they're not going to sound that different. They're not going to be like,
Yeah.
I mean, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah. But the fact remains is that he, like, man, especially now that Kojima's wanting to tackle like a lot more darker themes.
Yeah.
And the game overall, probably still gonna have its like a lot of comedic moments, but I mean,
I'm sure about that.
Yeah, it's Kojima. Obviously, it's gonna be lots of comedic moments, but in I guess in a overall sense, the game is going to be more darker tone and more serious.
Yeah.
Especially whenever it delves into those subjects. But
Yeah.
like, I think he was just like, man, I don't know if David Hayter can really handle this. You know?
He might have handled it back in the day.
Yeah, I think he probably would.
He probably would have.
If like David Hayter like had never like aged from MGS1.
Yeah.
Like if he was just still like the same guy with the same
Yeah,
freaking
just same mind frame. I guess you could
same
say.
mind frame. Not even necessarily the same vocal cords, but just the same mind frame.
Man. I mean, like, I think he could still do it. Like, David Hayter can still do it, but just, like, he's just so into that Snake voice.
That's
That's
what I'm
like,
saying, the mind frame.
yeah, no. It's like, whenever you hear him talk regular, it sounds way
Yeah.
more like Snake
Yeah,
than
it
his
sounds.
Snake
that's the
voice.
thing.
Actually, he sounds straight up like Snake.
Whenever he's just
in
talking
MGS1.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the interview, in the IG interview, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that sounds like Snake talking. Even whenever he was in the freaking in MGS4, whenever in the intro, whenever he changes channels and he's in the interview, it's like, man, he sounds way more like Snake there than he does in the actual fucking game.
Yeah. I think, I mean, of course, I'm not a voice actor, but I mean, whenever you hear the interviews
You don't
about,
have to be.
yeah,
You don't have to be to fucking notice
whenever
the
you hear
difference.
his interviews about like preparing for a role, he talks about, I don't know if I heard this in a Konami podcast or something, but he was on some kind of podcast in an interview, and he's pretty much kind of transforming his voice into his Snake voice.
Mhm.
He's saying, well, my character's kind of older. It's kind of, he starts manipulating, like he
Mhm.
starts describing what made him change manipulate his voice into that, and it kind of made me think like you're kind of overdoing it. You're kind of
It's not genuine. At this
yeah,
point.
trying to add all these kinds of elements and trying to make your voice sound like that.
Yeah.
You're kind of, it's kind of like adding a bunch of fucking toppings to like a fucking food or that overpowered the natural flavor, more or less. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Kojima describes
Like pouring soy sauce all up on your
Yeah.
fucking fried rice.
Kojima describes the Snake's new voice as subdued, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be like without all those extra things that,
Yeah.
David Hayter
He even
put on
said
there.
that you have to have like a subtle tone to it, and that's exactly what David Hayter just kind of just didn't.
Well, he
couldn't-
had that in MGS1,
Yeah.
but he just started losing it after each game.
Progressively.
Started trying to add more and more stuff to the voice.
I
and
think
it's like,
it became noticeable though in MGS3,
yeah, I know, yeah, it did.
and then starting from there is whenever, because MGS2, yeah, it was great. He did a great job in the game, but it was
Yeah.
like it was only
Little
a
tinge.
slight. It was
It's
only
like the
a
beginning
slight-
of the fucking.
But the thing is, he
Yeah,
also
but-
did look a little bit more like,
Yeah, he definitely looked rougher than he did in MGS1.
Yeah,
he was
so
just
kinda
straight up
like-
kind of clean
yeah.
in the first game.
but like MGS3.
Are you talking about his facial hair?
No, no,
You know,
well,
his
no,
I
facial
know, I'm just
hair
kidding.
And, like, just he looked a little bit more rough than he did in MGS1.
Yeah, but then I mean that's where he should have stopped, man.
I know.
Yeah,
The
that-
thing
that is
with
where he should've
MGS3,
stopped.
he didn't really change looks as far as age and like. I mean, I know it's Big Boss and stuff, but like, I mean,
Actually, wasn't Snake like in his like 40s in MGS2?
No, he was still in his 30s, but yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was only like what 2 years afterwards.
4 years. Well, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, plant. Yeah, It's
Yeah,
4 years in
4
Big
years.
Chill.
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know, man. Just
I don't know. It's just sad. I mean, I kind of want it to be a hoax to just so I can say, man, it looks like David Hayter isn't really that fucking crazy. But I mean, man, it's a kind of a sword.
it's not gonna happen.
It's kind of a hard
It's not gonna happen,
pill to
especially-
swallow.
Especially now that Kojima's actually gone to the point to actually announce Snake is going to be voiced by a freaking high-profile actor. Talk about Akio Otsuka.
That motherfucker!
Yeah, that motherfucking bitch.
Holy shit!
Actually, didn't David Hayter mention that in
What?
the IG
yeah, he
interview?
said he doesn't know why they chose to go with Aki Otsuka.
Well-
He says he's kind of a little bit pissed about it.
Yeah, well, I was pissed about it too, because I mean, what the fuck? But I mean, isn't he like good friends with Hideo Kojima?
That is true, but
He
he
is-
also
I-
is like a high-profile actor.
Dude,
Yeah.
actually,
Not
actually,
high-profile
he
actor.
kind of is the Kiefer Sutherland of Japan to begin with. Already, he was already a
Yeah.
very high profile.
And also,
actor.
I'm pretty sure Kojima like knows him well enough that he's well up to par.
yeah,
And I say he proved himself with that trailer.
Yeah.
Whenever you saw the facial animation, I'm pretty sure they used the same thing on
Yeah.
him.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know,
of course, yeah.
And whenever you said "kept you waiting," huh, like in Japanese, like
Mhm.
okay, yeah, that's great, badass. if only I've known that he was actually, they were using facial capturing on that shit. Holy fuck. The guy's got some acting chops.
Yeah. Not just voice acting.
Yeah.
So,
good on him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just freaking, even without the facial capture, the facial motion capture, I think freaking
he did what
Akio Otsuka just has done so much better of a job.
It's
than
one of the things
freaking
like
David
he
Hayter.
did the exact opposite of what David
We
Hayter
actually
did.
watched the
Yeah.
Young Yeah video about like this whole thing, and he was saying that he understands Kojima's decision should go with like a huge like actor like Kiefer Sutherland, and rather than going with David Hayter, which is like his main job is like a screenwriter. And
Which I'm actually surprised he said that. I was thinking maybe he would have gotten kept the the pissiness, the hate.
I mean,
But I mean,
there's a point where you have to
he's
kind
pretty
of come to your senses and say,
he's pretty much congruent with what we're saying, pretty much.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He didn't even mention he's not even mentioning about like, oh, they shouldn't have let David Hayter out in the cold. Not even mentioning that, because I mean, I'm pretty sure he saw all the tweets about David Hayter and just like thinking, the same thing that we're thinking. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, I mean, he's made videos about David
Yeah.
Hayter's tweets.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what he thinks about the fucking him having Kiefer Sutherland's head as a fucking profile pic. That's
man, hopefully, he addresses it before the freaking actually the trailer is going to be announced or revealed on the 14th.
Yeah.
So we have what, about maybe 5-6 days?
About
Till
4
then?
days. It
4
says
days?
for the trailer, right?
Today's the 6th.
Oh, when's E3?
14th.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
all
about-
right.
Is that what? Actually, that's over a week.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Back to Akio
Like,
Otsuka.
okay, so if you actually compare Akio Otsuka's performance, especially in MGS4, actually, if you compare it in MGS1, it can kind of go either way. You're like, both of them did an extremely good job, but really, freaking, if you compare it like in the later games, like especially in MGS4 and Peace Walker,
Yeah.
I mean, freaking.
I hope you didn't capture that.
Actually, like freaking Akio Otsuka's voice in freaking MGS4 was just like, I mean, actually, even on my personal like YouTube channel, Sushi Boots, I have a comparison of the voice acting in MGS4, it's Japanese version,
As
in
well
English.
with as a little bonus at the end that you should
Yeah.
watch. You should definitely watch that video because it's
There's quite a payload.
it's a knee slapper. It's pretty well done.
It's got a payload. But freaking, yeah, I don't know, like you can just obviously tell that freaking Akio Otsuka is he handled the voice so much better than David Hayter.
And
I think it might partly have to do with Hideo Kojima actually being present during the actual voice recordings during MGS4.
gun to his head.
Hmm?
No.
But like, I don't know, like I feel like David Hayter almost took it upon himself to make this voice so exaggerated.
Yeah. It's not actually. Let me take that back. It's not that he did something that David Hayter didn't do. It's what he didn't do that David Hayter did.
Yeah.
And that's fucking like add shit to the voice.
Yeah.
The reason why you might even like play the video.
It literally went from like, Colonel, this is Snake, to Colonel, this is Snake.
This
You know
is
what I'm saying?
Snake.
Yeah.
It's like okay, but Akio Otsuka. I mean, you go to you play all. Say you listen to his voice in all the games. They might sound slightly different, but you might say, wow, he has a pretty good range of voice. Not necessarily. It's just that he stayed true to the character.
Yeah.
That's really all he did.
Yeah. I mean, if you compare like what he did with
I'd say it's not
Snake
like
in
a
MGS4,
like, easy, but like
he was Snake was old in MGS4, but he wasn't like fucking like Zero was in there. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like literally on his death chair. Shit.
Yeah. Well, that's probably how death chair. That's probably how David Hayter took it.
Yeah,
he's
like,
old.
So he's old and he's dying.
He's
Okay,
dying, so
alright,
he's gonna sound
I gotta act like this. You know what I'm saying?
add a little bit of that Texas twang. No, but yeah, definitely. Man, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what it is about this fucking event that I saw, but it just, to me, it just opened my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, like, you know, arguing, like, fuck with you guys, telling you, like, no, that shit was fucking badass. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's fucking badass. He did his job playing the character of an old man. That's what he did. And it's, man, dude, I don't know what the fuck I was fucking talking about. Damn.
Yeah, well, fuck. I mean, like, now that we've actually seen the voice actor revealed, and we've seen his, we've seen his enthusiasm, and we know who it is, and you know, and there's obvious reasons behind it with like things like facial capture and stuff like that.
Like, it's shit that
and darker issues at stake here.
Yeah,
you know, there's.
It's just something that David Hayter just isn't up to par. And I mean, even whenever I got pissed about it, I knew and even admitted, like, yeah, well, if they find someone that's a better actor than him, yeah, just fucking let him know and have, like, a good send-off. And, I mean, they probably, like you said, Brian, a while back, they probably would have done that after the reveal. But, I mean, you know, David Hayter probably, you know, kind of put a wrench into that shit.
Yeah.
And, well, it's sad that shit had, you know, that you know, that it went down like this, but, you know, some people have their flaws, and
David Hayter certainly does.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I can't believe it's just crazy. Like, just thinking about, like, the way he's handled it.
Yeah.
Like,
he's I think he's literally just losing his mind. Because, like, he sees, not only do people, like, see him as Snake, he himself takes that to heart and sees himself as Snake.
Yeah.
Probably not that it's like, oh, I'm really Snake in real life, man. I'm gonna need to infiltrate.
Yeah.
No, not at that level, obviously. But he has such an emotional attachment to that character that he does think that he is the only voice for Snake, and that because he is Snake in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he just like it just makes him feel like he has some kind of coolness factor to him. The fact that he's the voice of Snake, and now that's been taken away from him, he just feels like he's kind of going. Yeah, he's just fucking going.
Which
insane.
I mean, that's not a bad profession, of course. That's not something to sneeze at.
A badass one.
Shit, he fucking wrote. Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I hear it's really good. Watchmen, you know, he wrote the screenplay for that. And I mean, I say, dude, just fucking take the hint gracefully, and just fucking, you know, just say, oh, well, it was a good run, like he said in the beginning.
Yeah.
And just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And just say, well, then I'll just fucking focus on my other projects, and, you know, people will know about me. People do know about me, and they're probably gonna follow my projects, and just fucking take it gracefully, and just fucking leave with like a good feeling. You know,
like Brian said, like, you know how, like, whenever he was voicing Snake, he probably like kind of made him maybe a little, you know, maybe give him some self-confidence, you know, in some areas. You know,
yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I'm fucking.
Especially at this point, I actually don't doubt that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact remains, though, even though the role has been shifted, he still voiced Snake. You know, he still has. He voiced the ultimate badass, the fucking greatest soldier that ever lived.
Yeah.
He voiced him. So, I mean, it's still there. Nobody's taking nobody's like stripping him of his resume or anything.
Exactly. I mean, you know, even though this whole shit happened, I'm still gonna look back and play MGS 1, 2, and 3, and just appreciate, you know, what he did.
Yeah.
You know, mostly with 1, because that's just like, you know, you can't touch that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, he did that was his masterpiece of a performance. Yeah.
Ironically, it's so weird. You know, usually you see an actor like progress, but you know, and it's weird because I mean, I wouldn't even say that it's nostalgia, man. I look back and I try to actively critique it, and yeah, you know, some of the dialogue is a little weird, you know, especially by today's standards, but the actual acting, I mean, it's pretty fucking good for that.
God, I saw a comment on freaking on Kotaku. It was like, well, man, I don't know. I think more so what I think. What did it say? Is like, yeah, I think David Hayter just had shitty scripts just to work with from the beginning anyway. So I mean, it's probably why. I was like, no, had nothing to do with that.
No.
I mean, if that was the case, then they would have replaced freaking Akiotsuka.
Yeah.
Also,
God,
if it was the
shitty
script's fault.
God,
Yeah.
what a fucking shitty ass thing to say.
Dude,
like,
they fucking have somebody. Look, the scripts are fine, man.
I know. I mean, that's why
They have somebody. They actually have. They hired someone for that.
That's why the story of this game is
To
so renowned as like being the best in the industry.
Yeah, they hired.
they're actually getting Hollywood actors now to
Yeah.
fill in these fucking scripts because
Yeah.
they're so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thing is,
what
like,
the
people, they fucking hired somebody to translate. They didn't just, like, oh, we'll just, like, type it in, like, in an engine that just, like, automatically
Google
does
Translate or
it.
some
Yeah,
shit.
no. They fucking, get somebody that knows what they're doing.
They hired, especially with the first one, I think his name was James Blaustein or something.
Yeah.
He was like, he was a fucking badass writer. He
Yeah.
fucking knew how to translate Japanese and fucking, like, even in, like, a militaristic kind of, like, terminology and
Yeah.
shit. And,
Dude, just fucking watch the briefing files in MGS1.
yeah.
Like,
fucking
to this day, I think it's just fucking...
flawless.
Yeah. Like, if you have a fucking soldier that's captured pretty much, and they're in a submarine, and his commander's talking to him about the situation. I would say, it's like almost fucking like pretty realistic. You
Yeah.
know, it's like and just the words that they use for like fucking the crisis that they're talking about. It's like they need to get this information out fast, and they need to fucking. It's just really, really intense.
I don't know. I think Akiotsuka, if you compare his freaking voice in MGS4 to David Hayter's voice in MGS4, it's just like a night and day difference, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
The reason is because, like, Akiotsuka stayed true to the character, like, throughout the entire series franchise, you know, the whole franchise.
yeah,
And, like...
he didn't stray away from it too
Yeah,
much,
I mean,
or he didn't like.
did, like, add a little bit more, I guess, like, you know, in each
Yeah.
game, but it was so
But he didn't-
minuscule that it was like... You know, it was what you
It
would
was still
expect for maybe,
believable.
like, you know, okay, yeah, in MGS3, Snake was this age, and then in Peace Walker, or Portable Ops, he was this age, or Peace Walker, he was that age, you know, it's like...
Yeah, it almost
it's
seems like,
yeah,
Aki-
was like
it
maybe
almost seems
like
like
5-year gap in between.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
almost seems like
okay, that's what
Akiotsuka-
I would expect for a 5-year gap, you know?
Yeah, to me, I just see it as like Akiotsuka is able to like gauge like somebody's actual age and the way they actually sound with that voice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like better than David Hayter, because like,
Yeah,
oh
straight
yeah, in this game you're gonna be you know, in your freaking early 40s, 40 years old, somewhere around there. Okay, and then like it doesn't even sound that much like younger than freaking old Snake. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
Peace Walker, but like,
Thing is, he just he stay like you guys said, he stays true to his character, and he doesn't think too much about it, or you know, I don't think he does, because nobody, you know, whenever
you
you're trying
can't think too much about it,
Yeah.
or else it's like not gonna sound like a genuine voice.
yeah, whenever you speak, you're not gonna thinking in the back of your head, oh shit, my wife cheated on me, I lost my job this one time, and my cousin died, and so you know I'm gonna talk
so I'm gonna
like
talk
this.
like this. Yeah.
So, I mean, even
I'm gonna talk like
Kojima was
this.
even saying that he wanted a genuine like a voice in the late 40s. You know,
Yeah.
he wanted it genuine, and David Hayter wasn't giving him that genuine feel. For
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what he thinks. I mean, that's.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if
definitely
if
not.
he wanted,
Dude, man.
if he actually came out and said that, I mean, it's obvious that he feels that
Dude, you know what?
David Hayter wasn't giving him the performance of a genuine voice
Yeah.
of that
Like,
age. That
Actually,
he wanted.
like I might be exaggerating a little bit too much, but I almost feel like David Hayter's performance as Old Snake was like borderline like asking a little kid to act like an old man.
Nah, I don't
No,
know.
but like doing the same sort of articulations and like
Yeah, I get what you're
characteristics.
saying,
You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is he had to try to sound old, and and then you could obviously see it or hear it. You know what I'm saying? But
That he struggled. That he struggled to sound old.
you could tell that there was an effort to sound old rather
Yeah.
than just genuinely being old, like maybe
Okay, I
like
get what you're
maybe
saying.
like Richard Doyle
Yeah,
did
I
with
mean,
with
yeah,
Big Boss
I
in
mean,
MGS4.
It's kind of crazy because, like, you know, you compare like David Hayter and Peace Walker, and then you hear Akiotsuka's voice in the Ground Zeroes trailer. It sounds like a younger character. You
Yeah.
know?
hmm
It doesn't even sound older than that character at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of goes to show like where Akiotsuka took the voice and where David Hayter should have taken it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, people that are I'm not sure if it's you know, we kind of had a little bit of technical difficulty, but you know, hopefully I didn't already mentioned this, but people that are saying that, oh, well, they still kept Akio Otsuka, what the fuck? Well, thing is, I think it's I don't know how well known it is, but I'm pretty sure that Akio Otsuka, has a pretty good relationship with Hideo Kojima, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that he knows that he's up to par to the task, and apparently he was right.
He's getting
Because if you watch the trailer with him, with him in it, I would say that it's obvious that they use the same technology, facial capture and all that, and I dare anybody to say that he did a bad job
with the facial capture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I would kind of compare Akio Otsuka with Yoji Shinkawa because they both get their information about the characters straight from Kojima, know?
Yeah.
So they know exactly from the creator what he's expecting, but David Hayter, I don't think he actually gets that information from Kojima himself. He actually gets it from a voice acting director.
Yeah, it's like a third party that he's getting his shit from. Yeah. Actually, I think, what's his name? Ryan Payton was in charge of doing the voice recording sessions of...
I don't even think so. Oh,
he was definitely present.
Yeah.
I remember he was present, but I don't know if he was in charge, but he was definitely present and was giving input. So,
I wonder if that podcast is still going on.
It is. Actually, they just like literally this past week, they kind of restructured it into something kind of different. But yeah. I haven't listened to that podcast in such a long time, though.
Yeah.
Since before MGS4 came out.
Yeah. I think it was actually after whenever they were talking about Zone Eaters 3, I was listening to a couple of them.
Okay. I stopped whenever they were talking about Peace Walker.
Yeah. I think we listened to a few whenever Peace Walker was going on.
Claiming that it was the best PSP game ever.
Which it was.
Okay.
Wouldn't even doubt it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Actually, not only was it the best PSP game, but it was probably...
the best game.
It was probably I might even say that the game that I've put the most time into, actually.
Man, you fucking... yeah.
That's borderline MGS 1 and 2, but, it's definitely as far as 3 and 4 go. Yeah, I definitely put way more time into Peace Walker.
It took me a while to warm up to the whole mission-based thing.
Man, not me, dude. Yeah. No, I was actually I thought it was, especially for a portable game.
The thing I liked about it is how it just customized your experience of the whole game. It's like, it was the first Metal Gear game that made everybody's experience, it's just completely unique.
Yeah.
Every other Metal Gear game is just pretty linear as far as you go to this.
That's kind of what I like though. It gave off a, feeling of fluidity. It's not like the mission. It's understandable for a portable game, but even so, it kind of felt a little choppy to me. Definitely not a deal breaker by any means.
I didn't feel like it was choppy at all. I
don't know. How you can. I don't know. I think that's just what people are wanting these days. It's just they want their own experience, and they want to, they want their own version of Metal Gear. Whenever they buy Metal Gear, the hardcore fans that just want the story are gonna delve into the story, because they're gonna be given the choice to go to Mother Base, talk to people, view briefing files, go deeper into the story that way.
Yeah.
Or they can just simply play the missions and get the basic story that way.
And I don't mind that at all. I'm just kind of saying. I am. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the same thing with this game because it's a model that seems to work.
Actually, I'm borderline questioning whether or not I actually prefer this sort of approach.
Or you're on the fence about it? Or?
Well, I think I might actually prefer it. Actually,
really? Like tactical espionage operations?
Yeah, rather than action, just a straight on fucking experience.
Right.
Because everything has to be given to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have. Because to be honest with you, I didn't listen to every briefing file before I went to a mission. You know what I'm saying? There were some times where I was like,
here's the thing, I did.
Huh?
I did,
Yeah, it was your
experience was different. What I'm saying.
That's
that was your experience with. You had your own Peace Walker experience.
Yeah.
And other people had theirs, and it's very customized. But all the information is there, just in case you want. It's almost like MGS4 exists, right? And then they also have the database. You know what I'm saying? But this way,
it's like the database.
The database is in the game, but you can access it in the game and fucking like
listen to it with badass voice acting, and like probably even gonna go further with it in MGS5.
No, I understand the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, you know, personally, I am gonna miss the, you know, just like, you know,
Linearity of it.
Yeah, you just get done. You get done with the mission. It seems more immersive
Fluid.
to me. Yeah, it's just like, you know, you get done with this mission. You say you beat this boss, or you just like you get through this event, and then you talk to the people on the codec, and you know, okay, all right, now you're gonna do this.
Actually, well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the game is definitely going to lose the kind of arcadiness that that Peace Walker had. And Peace Walker was straight up a portable game.
Well,
It
this
had
is gonna
like,
be a
you know,
different
whenever
type of game.
like whenever you walk to or whenever you complete a mission, you know what I'm saying? Like the, you know, kind of like those elements.
I mean, it's gonna be like, you know. You're
First of all, it's gonna be open world.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
First of all, it's gonna be open world. Plus,
Actually,
like
I
those
think
sort of
Kojima
things. I
said
think
that
are
the
gonna be
map
like,
that we saw in the Ground Zeroes portion of the game was the smallest in the game.
yeah.
So man, I can't even wait to see how big the maps actually get.
It's
I
just
mean, it's
gonna be
gonna be
fucking
it's gonna be pretty insane.
off the wall.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Literally.
Man, how much fucking Easter eggs there's gonna be in that game?
Probably quite a few.
I mean, it's just gonna be insane. Like,
fucking
replay
scale of
value,
this
the thing is,
game.
like, you know, sometimes whenever I go to play Peace Walker, I'll like, you know, replay some of the missions, and like, you know, some of the stages are pretty fucking small.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're not only small, but some of them are pretty linear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
What are you talking about?
Peace Walker.
Peace Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes you even have those other stages
Yeah,
that
the
are
mission
like the
is literally
same
just to go to
stage,
the
but
other
at
side of the
night.
stage.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Just go down this path and just
Yeah.
go there.
yeah, and yeah, some of the
I mean,
parts are
it's-
pretty
and-
linear.
I mean, it's not bad. You
in
know, 'cause
most
you're still
cases-
sneaking.
yeah.
It's a sneaking mission.
Yeah.
yeah, it's open enough to where you have room to, like, you know, sneak up on guards and shit like that, and snipe them or whatnot. You know.
There's one thing that's kind of, it's another nitpick that I have. That's, you know, the path that the series is going with, and it's that you rely a lot on taking out guards by either paralyzing them or shooting them, instead of just like not using that and just relying on just your sneaking, like straight up. You don't even have to use weapons. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
And
What you're saying.
you know, that's another thing that I'm kind of gonna miss. And the thing is, you might be able to do that if you try hard enough. But then again, it's kind of like, well, I can either do that or just fucking shoot him with a gun
Yeah.
and just fucking, you know, have him be asleep.
Well, either way, the stealth element isn't lost. You know,
Yeah.
like you can still shoot a guard, and if a nearby guard sees his dead body, he'll still
Yeah.
fucking respond. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's that element to it. But like,
You know, that's what I love about the first couple of games, is that you can just calculate the time and shit. I'm pretty sure you're able to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. I don't know. Just, you know,
maybe not. Maybe that since you're given such an opportunity that you kind
Yeah.
of take it, especially since they incorporated maybe the first person mode.
Yeah.
But like,
I could you probably are able to do that.
no, of course you are. Of
Yeah.
course. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be the game. Like you talking about CQC sneak ups and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can do that to every guard in the game if you want. You might even be rewarded for it, you know, with like extra items or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that even happened in MGS2. They made a reward system with the dog tags. You know, you collect them all. You know.
No. I'm not talking about taking out the guards. I'm talking about sneaking past them without
Oh,
even
sneaking
touching
past them. Oh yeah, of course you can do that. You don't have to take out every guard. It's never been an issue at hand. I don't think.
Yeah.
Especially in an open world, I wouldn't see. I mean, that might like actually be, you know, instated like way more so than ever before because of the open world aspect. You know, you probably just find other ways around the guards, especially if they're in squads, and it's actually like, you know, it's actually, you know, optimal to actually just go in and actually avoid them rather than to take them on.
Right.
Yeah, it probably would add to the gameplay a lot. I actually return to that just through something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So do you think you're going to be collecting guards in this game, in MGS5?
I don't know, man. That's actually a really good question because I think they're. I don't know.
I mean,
actually, some
wouldn't be
people don't like it,
surprised
but
if they
I
do.
freaking loved that aspect about Peace Walker, dude.
Because I mean, that's the difference between. That's because okay, yeah, they're voiced by the same voice actor, but Big Boss and Solid Snake are completely different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at their backgrounds or the way they do things. Solid Snake, he's just on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Besides having like a team of like people like on his codec.
Yeah.
And maybe like
change every so often.
One or two people that are like helping him out here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his own, dude.
Yeah.
He's doing his own thing, and he's that's the way he does it. But Big Boss, he amasses armies.
Yeah.
He's like the exact opposite to that. He has other people. He collects them, and he makes his own big ass army to fucking do all kinds of shit.
And plus you can play 4 players, so he kind of brings his army with him.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Levels. But
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a
Co-op mode in this game. I'm pretty sure there will be actually, which would be fucking awesome. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah.
Playing that shit 32 frames per second.
Shit, man. If we get the PC version, I wonder if we're gonna be able to play like cross-platform.
I don't think it's gonna be not too many games are cross-platform.
Yeah.
So, one other question I wanted to fucking like ask: are they still gonna go with transferring?
Yeah.
This game?
What the fuck? Yeah. That was
You're gonna be able to play this shit on your Vita?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Are you talking about with the same game file?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, why not?
I mean, if it is gonna be as big of a game as it is,
Dude, this is a pretty big production, dude.
You think it's gonna be on Vita though?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That's actually a really good question, but I think it might be actually. I think they're simultaneously working.
I mean, because they were pushing it and they were working on the game at the time, so I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
It's just
it's quite possible, really.
They've got a lot of work cut out for them if they are planning to.
Not as much as you might think, because I mean he said that the whole reason they created Fox Engine was to make multi-platform development and porting easier.